Guys, hey, this is Mr. H. Hey, it's late, but I wanted to do a video on how to graph a piecewise function. And so I want to show you how to actually come up with the table. And then I'm actually going to show you how to go to DeltaMath and actually enter those points on the table and complete the graph. So what I have here is a piecewise function. It has two pieces. So I'm going to take a picture of this. Let me get everything in play here. So I'm going to take a picture of this and I'm going to draw on that picture. So here's my picture. And since it has two pieces, I'm going to create two tables. So my first table is going to be f of x. So this is saying x has to be less than a -3. So you always start with the boundary. So we're going to start with a -3, and then we need a number that's less than a -3. So I'm going to go with a -4. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug in the -3 into this function, and then I'm going to evaluate it. So if I put a -3 in there, that's going to be a -3 minus 1, which is going to be a -4. So my point is going to be a -3, 4. And then I'm going to do the same thing with a -4. I'm going to put that in there. It's going to be a -4 minus 1. So that's going to be a -5. Now that I have that, I'm just going to go plot it. Now this is going to be an open circle. And then we're going to have an arrow. So we're going to go here to a -3, a -4. It's going to be right here. So it's going to be an open circle. And then I'm going to go a -4, -5, which is going to be right here. And I'm going to just put a little dot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to draw an arrow, because that's what the graph would look like. It's the line, it's that piece of the line going to the left. Okay, so this is an open circle, even though it looks like it's not quite an open circle, but it is an open circle. Now I'm going to change the colors. I'm going to do red. I'm going to make another table for the other piece. And so this is going to be 1. And then I need a number that's greater than 1. So I'm just going to use 2. Now, when the input is 1, the output is going to be 6. When the input is 2, the output is still going to be 6. Remember, on this one, it's going to be an open circle because this does not have an equal sign in it. So I'm just going to graph that. So this is going to be 1, 6. So I'm going to go here. And it's going to be an open circle. So I'm going to put an open circle here. And then it's going to be 2, 6. I'm going to put a little dot here because now I have 2 points and now I can draw my line. It's going to go out like that. So that's what it would look like if you were creating it on a piece of graphing paper. But you've got to do that on the actual application. So let me show you how that was work. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to recreate that on the graph. So the points were a -3, a -3, -4. That's what one of the points. And then it went to, I did from a -3. So I would go here to a -4, 5. So those are my 2 points. All right, so I have 2 points, so now I can draw a line. Now, remember, this should be an open circle, so you just click on it with the mouse to make it an open circle. Now, I need this one to be an arrow, so if I click on it once, it changes it to an open circle. If I click on it twice, it becomes an arrow, which is what you want. Okay, now, I'm going to go and I'm going to graph the other piece. So remember, it's going to be 1, 6. And it's going to go, and I went to 2, 6. So I have 2 points. Now I can kind of draw the line. Remember, this is going to be an open circle. And this should be an arrow. So I'm just going to click on it once and then click on it twice. And it makes it into an arrow. So those are what your graphs should look like. So now if I submit this, it tells me, oh, you did a great job with your graphing. Now, their graph looks a little different, but the reason my graph has this little point here and this little point here is because I needed 2 points in order to draw my line through. Once I get my 2 points, I can extend it into a straight line or to a longer line. All right. So that's how you would do it, guys. You basically are going to need 2 points, and then if it's a line that goes on forever, you would just click on that point twice, and it makes it into an arrow. I think I might do one more, but I'm going to end this video for now.